Hey y'all, happy Money Monday. You already know I'm back with another financial topic, and today I want to talk about how I paid off my car 3 whole years early. That's right, I paid off my car 3 years early. If you want to know how I did it, stay tuned. Hey y'all, I just released my first financial literacy ebook, How I Became Debt Free in 22 Months. This is an easy, educational, and encouraging guide. I want you to check it out. It's only $5. Look in the link in the description box below and click that button. In 2019, I got into a car accident. My car was totaled, y'all. The airbags deployed, the whole nine. And I had to get a new car. I remember I actually went to the dealer, or not to the dealership. I went to like the lot. You know, if you've had a car that was totaled, you know your car is at this little goodbye line, and you have to come and get the last few things out of it. And I was so sad. That was like my first car that I actually had purchased, and it was when I bought it. I think it was during my first year of teaching, child, living above my means, but we'll get into that at a whole nother point, because the car was like brand new when I bought it. It was total. I want to say at that time I probably had about 14,000 like left on it. So, you know, I was on the road to paying it off. My car was total. I had to get a brand new car. So I went to the dealership. And just a little backstory, y'all. At the time, I had left teaching because I had to do an internship to get my master's degree, and the pay was just horrible, y'all. The first few months, like I didn't even get paid. And I remember, like, I called one of my banks, you know, trying to get approved for a car loan. Child, couldn't even get approved. That's how low the pay was. And then I called another one of my banks, and I did end up getting approved for a brand new car. Woohoo, right? No. And I say woohoo, but not really, because, you know, hindsight is 2020. You know, at the time, yeah, I was at a dealership about to get a brand new car, but I couldn't afford it, child. So, you know, now debt-free Duggan is like, girl, what were you doing? But I went to the dealership. I was able to get a brand new car because I wasn't able to get approved for a car loan. So I got a brand new 2019 car. It was 24,000 and some change, so a little over 24,000. It was on a 5-year, you know, loan, and my payments were $418.72. If you've been watching my channel, then you know that my car was the last thing for me to pay off before I became debt free. So the 5-year, you know, payoff rate would have put me at next year, 2024. So sometime spring 2024. And my interest rate was actually 5.64%. So that's not a high interest rate, but I remember my first car, it was like 3%. So that most likely had something to do with the way that I was paying off debt, which was not paying it off, and then my amount of pay that I was making at the time, which was very low. You know that I decided to become debt free in September 2020. I found the Dave Ramsey program, just like scrolling on Instagram, and I was like, yes, this is for me. So the second step is to pay off your debt, right? So how you pay off your debt is through the debt snowball. So if you don't know, and this is the first thing that helped me to pay off my car all these years early, right? It was the debt snowball. You basically list all of your debts from smallest to largest. You keep everything current. You're making payments on every single thing. But that lowest debt, you really attack with full force. So you put everything you got into it while keeping everything current. As you pay that off, you roll the payment into the next, thus creating your debt snowball. You know, it gets friction, it gets traction, it gains momentum, and you just start knocking these things down. For me personally, I remember, you know, saying, oh, I'm gonna pay this off, I'm gonna pay this early, but I didn't have a plan, right? The debt snowball is a plan to do that, and it helps you to not become overwhelmed because you got everything in the list. You know what you're putting on this, you know what you're putting on that, and then you see it written out. So it motivates you, you know, to kind of work down that list. I know some people like the debt avalanche. That is the opposite. So you are paying off the things that have the highest interest rate. For me personally, I wasn't worried about interest rates because all that debt I was in, when I was taking that mess out, I wasn't worried about interest then. So, that whole, just focusing on the interest rate thing really wasn't what I needed to get that easy momentum and to gain those easy wins. So if you're trying to pay your car off early, start with the debt snowball. So here's the second tip that I apply, and I kind of talked about this already. I started following the Dave Ramsey baby steps. I saw those 7 baby steps, and for me, I saw, a framework for me to really reach my financial goals. And I think that's important. Whether you follow Dave Ramsey or not, you need to be following some proven education to help you to reach your financial goals. Because what will happen is that, you will start out good, but you won't really have anything to refer back to. You won't have anything, that actually makes sense, that works for other people to reach your financial goals. So the type of education that you are utilizing to help you to pay off any debt, we're talking about the car here, but, to help you to pay off debt is that you need to find a proven educational program that's going to work for you, because everybody's different, but what is going to work for you? Now, this right here is the most important step for you to pay off your car fast. You cannot do it on your regular 9-to-5 income. You have to get a side hustle. So that is on top of the debt snowball. That helped me to kind of paint my picture of how to do this, but you actually got to put, you can write things down all day, but you got to put some action behind it. You're going to have to get a second, a third, sometimes a fourth job. And I know that's scary for some people because you're coming home, you're already tired, you may have kids, you may have other responsibilities, but you are going to have to find time to do some type of side hustle, right? So I was utilizing the skills that I already have. I was a former teacher, so I was tutoring folks. I was teaching classes on the side. I actually was utilizing my counseling degree as well. I was counseling folks. So what skills do you already have that you can be making some extra income with? I know, getting the second job, getting the third job, it is so intimidating. And yes, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You're gonna be tired, boss. You are going to be, not tired, tired, Tied. You are going to, just be out of it some days, but it's only for a short period of time. Think about some easy side hustles. DoorDash, I did DoorDash, I did Uber Eats, and that was money that really, I just put it all towards the debt. But be thinking about this now. Drop down in the comments and let me know, what is an easy side hustle that anybody could do to start making cash today? Now, if you want to go deeper, if you want to know how I got out of debt in 22 months, I paid off $43,000 worth of debt, pay off my car years early. I actually became debt free in July 2022. If you want to know the steps that I applied to do that, click the link in my description box below to purchase my $5 e-guide. I hope to see you there. Bye.